You can see here that I have a set of copy, and I wanted to walk through that first because it's kind of the basis for how we use Clay. And so you can see here that I have a little personalization section, which I'll get to in just a second, but I wanted to quickly walk through the copy and how it works. So you can see I have 4 emails in the sequence here, and in these brackets, I have quite a few personalizations. So I have this first line, that's a personalization. And if you go to the personalization section here, you can see this is a trigger-based personalization line. So if the company's hiring, we have a line for that. If they've raised funds, we have a line for that. If they have headcount growth, we have a line for that. Then it transitions into a quick value prop, just saying, hey, we provide employee plant gifts, that they elevate the vibe of a workspace, etc. And then this third line is pretty much just saying, hey, because your company is focused on X mission, maybe you could gift employees a plant. And this is like a plant that in a really vague, interesting way ties into their value prop. And so obviously it's kind of like it's a funky line, but we figured we would just be like, hey, since Apple provides like super aesthetically pleasing products, then you can provide this plant because it's like known for its beauty or something, right? And so the idea was just to have like something that would capture their attention. And then we of course offer them a plant consultation. And I won't go into all of these different emails. I think you kind of understand the point, which is we have all these personalizations and we have to in some way figure out a way to send all these messages at scale programmatically instead of having SDRs send this thing over and over and over again and take like months to do it. So I have a Clay table right here. Again, for those who have not been into the tool before, the idea with Clay is it's this huge spreadsheet and it has a bunch of integrations, and those integrations could be a variety of things. It could be data providers that help you find more information on prospects. They can be AI agents that can go find a bunch of information on companies by scraping the web. And you can also use ChatGPT at scale to like pretty much provide you a word output that we can then use for personalization. And so there's a ton of functionality, but the idea is like if you've used something like Zapier before, it kind of works in that way in which you were able to sequence different automations and different data providers to find things, and then of course sequence that into a high scale campaign. And so you can see we have all of our prospects in this list here. And the idea is we have to go fulfill all of these personalizations that we found in this earlier copy in some way. And the way you have to think about it is all of these personalizations require data about the company. So like, for example, this personalization line, we need to figure out, is the company hiring? Have they raised funds? Have they had headcount growth, right? So that's something we have to find out in Clay. And then based on that outcome, create a personalization in the tool. And so going back to here, we do quite a few things in Clay with these prospects, and I'll kind of walk through a few of them briefly. So the first thing is that we wanted to figure out the company's description. That was quite easy to do. We have this tool called Clayagent within the tool that allows you to prompt an agent to go find information on the company that you're reaching out to. So you can reference a column, for example, the company URL. You can see it references the column for each row. And you can say, visit the website of this company, give me a website of what the company is good at doing or trying to achieve. We gave it some examples of what it should output. And you can see here, it output this right here. And that was able to fulfill us the mission segment of our copy.